Okay, thank you so much for watching these videos. My name is Kamia Simon Peter, and we are continuing with our Laravel series. All right, so we're going to install Laravel, and these are the things you need. First of all, you're going to go to WAMP, any WAMP website, MAMP, XAMPP, it's up to you. And then you download WAMP server, 64-bit, MAMP, XAMPP. So I'm going to download. Okay, so there is this one is in French, but you can download it directly. So when you click on you can download it directly, it takes you to SourceForge. Now it means I can go to SourceForge and get my WAMP server. Okay, so there is the download, and then you save, and then it will start downloading. Then after you install WAMP server, and then after installing WAMP server, we go to getcomposer.org. Okay, and then if you're in a Mac, of course, you need to use the command line, and here you are, command line installation for Mac, for those of Linux, but you can also download a setup if you're on Windows, but still those on Windows too can use the command line. So you can choose PHP Composer setup install, okay, like that. There are also videos of how to set up Composer and Laravel on the Mac. But for us, we're going to download the exe. So you must be online when you're installing Composer. So I'll click on it, and then I choose Run. Okay. So I was installing for all users. So you press next. Now, if one didn't install, you can't install Composer. Especially people with Windows 8 who have issues with the net framework. You just need to update your Windows. There's nothing else. Okay. I haven't got such issues so much in Windows 10. So, okay. So right here, you choose which version of PHP your Laravel package requires you to use. So meaning, let's go to laravel.com, which is the Laravel website, okay? And then we have the documentation. Okay, and inside the documentation, we have to choose which version of Laravel that we want to use. So Laravel 7.x, okay, server requirements, it requires PHP 7.25. All these. Now, right now, our worry is which version of PHP, okay? But the rest can be updated by Laravel. Okay, so if I go to Laravel, let's say 5.6, okay, you can see it requires PHP 7.1.3. Okay, so we're going to install Laravel 7, and so which means the documentation for those who are running PHP, the lower versions of Laravel will be a bit different from those who are running Laravel 7 now. So even when you're installing WAMP, somewhere you choose which version of PHP you want to be installed. You can even choose more than one. So we're going to go to our www folder, which is in WAMP 6 on local disk C, WAMP 64, and then www. Those of MAMP and XAMPP will be looking for this folder in HTTP docs. So we're going to create a new folder here, and we call it pugicode.com. But the .com is not required as such. You just need to include it. Okay, so we're going to, if you've installed Composer already, like we're going to do here. You just press next and complete. Okay. So if you've installed Compose already, this is what you need to do. First of all, we need to get to know which version of Composer we are using. Okay. So you go to your run and then you choose the command line. So I'm going to go to my run and then type composer -v. So this is the composer, and then I'm running composer version 1.10.7. Okay, so let's see, what about PHP? So PHP-v. I'm running the PHP 7.2, which means I'm ready to install my Laravel 7 project. Else, if you've already installed Compose and PHP, this is what you need to do now. You need to go to My Computer, and then you right click on My Computer or this PC, and then you go to Properties. You go to Advanced Systems, Environment Variables. Then you look for your PHP version, or you can create another path for PHP, your PHP version. So, for example, you can come and create new. You see, I already have one for Gradle. And then you call it PHP maybe v7. And then you come to your WAMP64 folder. Then you look for bin. And then inside bin, you look for PHP, and then you look for the version of PHP. So you see I have several versions installed here. And then you take the address, okay? Then you come and paste it into your environment variables and click OK. But mine is already set up. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to our www folder, and then that folder PUGI code, then press Shift on the keyboard and right click. Okay, so if you just right click, something is missing here. But if I press Shift and right click, I can have the PowerShell. So I've opened the PowerShell. So I'm going to go back to my Laravel documentation, then scroll down. So there are very many ways of installing Laravel. Okay, so you can see once installed. So this is the command line, especially for those of Linux. For us, we're going to use this. Okay, so we're going to copy, and then let me paste it in the PowerShell, and then you see the difference. Okay, so I'll edit my PowerShell. I usually want large words. So I'll go to Properties, and then first of all, I want a medium cursor. When I go to Font, I want some larger font. And then, yes, I want Lucida Console. Then when I go to Text, I want the text to be white, but the screen no, I want the text to be black, but the screen background to be white. Then I click OK. All right, so we can see very well. All right, so here, what I want to do, I want to create project preferred distribution of Laravel, which means it will look for your PHP version, and then it installs for that distribution, and then Laravel, and then inside so this is a Laravel terminal, and then inside you create another Laravel folder. So instead of blog, you can put any of your folders. This doesn't matter so much because you can change it. So I'm going to put PUGI code, and then I press enter. Okay, so Laravel, you can see it is creating a project PUGI code after these commands. So this matters so much. All right, so you can see that we have our application set very well. So we're going to go back to our www folder, to the folder we created, and you can see inside that folder there is poogicode.com. Okay, so I'm going to double click on it and then copy everything that is inside that, because it created another secondary folder that I do not need. And then I'm cutting it from that side. Then I paste it inside poogicode.com instead of being in poogicode. So I'm going to delete poogicode, okay, that I used to create my one folder. All right, thank you so much. Now we're going to terminate our PowerShell and then we'll launch it again. Okay, so I'm going to go back to poogicode.com, press Shift, and then right click, and then I open the PowerShell. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is set up my Laravel ready for work, and I usually use Chrome. Okay, so first of all, I must make sure that my WAMP is running. So I'm going to go and launch WAMP. And then run phpMyAdmin. So it's going to be localhost. So it's going to be localhost stroke phpMyAdmin. So the username is root, and then the password is still empty for my localhost. Okay, so I'm using that for MariaDB. I type my database name, which is going to be still poogicode or poogidb. It can change, you can change the name at any time. This is for learning purpose. It doesn't mean that it's what I'm going to put up on the web or on the web host. All right, so I haven't created any table, so I'm going to go and set it up in my Laravel. So I'm going to begin with Notepad++, maybe, or Sublime Text, and then we shall see. But in this project, I will be using Visual Studio Code. So I've launched Sublime Text. So I have the unregistered version. I've just installed it. Okay, I'm using the free version. So I'm going to go to project, and then I choose add folder to project. So I'm adding that folder where we have our project, our poogicode project. Select folder. So I have everything in that folder. So I'm going to go to the .env, where I see .env, I double click on it. So you can see they are asking me for the database. So which database is going to be poogidb. All right, so what I usually do, I even create another folder inside here and I call it db backup. I usually export my database and then import it into db backup just to if I'm to share the folder so that the other person finds it in the same folder. All right, so with that done, we're going to save all. The rest will come along. Okay, let me see the username. There is no password yet. So we're done. So let's see. We are going to go again and press. That's why I want to use a Visual Studio Code. So we're going because this back and forth will be avoided. So we're going to go and press Shift, right click, then open another shell editor. And then in this one, we type PHP artisan serve, so that we start the server for our composer, Laravel composer. Okay, so you can see Laravel deployment server started. So we're going to, you can pick this address. You can pick this address. So I'll copy Ctrl C. I don't know if I've copied it. Let me see. And then paste it here. Okay, there it is. So if it runs very well, our Laravel project will be good to go. There it is running very well. Or you can also type localhost and then you put colon 8000. Press enter. It will bring you the same. Now to verify that this is our Laravel document, so I'm going to go to Sublime Text, then look for home. Let me first see the first page. I think this must be home. So I go to resources, views, welcome. Yes, it is welcome. Then look for that part. There is. So I'm going to change this from Laravel to welcome. Welcome to hugicode.com. Then file, save all. Okay, then come and reload. There you are. Oh, there is a typo there. Still, you can see we're getting the same thing. Thank you for watching these videos. Please, thank you for the support. Please subscribe, share, and like these videos.